Hydra The Revenge is a B&M Forest roadster located at Dorney Park in Wildwater Kingdom in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Today I will be talking about why this is by far one of the weirdest roadsters I've ridden and why I think this is one of the most unique coasters by B&M. So Hydra The Revenge is a very fun ride. It's not the smoothest coaster, and I'll get into that later. But let's start off with the inversions. The inversions on this thing are whack. It starts off with the JoJo roll, which gives absolutely crazy hang time. Then you go up the lift hill, go down and drop, and go to this odd-shaped element. It is really weird shaped because it's not fully upside down like many of the other ones, like on Bizarro, Green Lantern. It's like sideways, basically. Then you go through a barrel roll, and then I don't even know what it is, like a large corkscrew. But it's really weird, but I like it. The Cobra roll, I love Cobra rolls, and Hydra The Revenge is no exception. I love its Cobra roll. And it gives airtime towards the end of the ride, too. You get 2 good ejector pops of airtime. And the corkscrew, it does provide some headbanging, I'll admit that. That's probably the roughest part of the ride, I thought. But it still whips you right through it. One thing about Hydra The Revenge, and that's the biggest complaint of this ride, is by far the headbanging and the rattle. I don't know what happened to Hydra over the years, but it has a lot of headbanging and it's gotten a lot rougher. And then now it's a bad rattle at some points of the ride. I'm not saying Hydra's a bad ride, because I really like Hydra The Revenge, but it's definitely not as good as I remember it was. My favorite part of the ride is the Cobra roll and the JoJo roll. I'll be riding Copperhead Strike most likely next year. I think that JoJo roll will be better than Hydra's, but I'm not sure yet. I still think Hydra is an awesome forest coaster. It is my 3rd favorite forest coaster. I've ridden it only behind Dominator, King's Dominion, and Bizarro at Six Flags Great Adventure. Although it's not my favorite forest coaster, it's definitely the most unique forest coaster I've ridden. It's also one of the roughest forest coasters I've ridden, or the roughest one I've ridden. But due to having such a unique layout and the inversions being awesome, I do prefer this over Batman The Dark Knight at Six Flags New England. I don't know where I really rank this at Dorney. It's either number 3 or number 4. Right now I rank it at number 4 behind Steel Force, but that might change next year. I don't know. But Hydra is a really fun forest coaster anyways. And I really enjoy this coaster for what it is. And one thing that's really strange about it is how it doesn't have like a twisted drop like the other forest coasters do. This one just goes straight down. And if you're in the back, you get some pretty good floater. So this is a fun ride overall. It's definitely a weird coaster, and I just really enjoy it. So now, let's take a ride on Hydra The Revenge. So you exit at the station and go through the JoJo roll, and this inversion gives some great hang time. It's my 2nd favorite part of the ride, as it has crazy hang time. Especially if you don't get stapled, then you get crazy hang time. So here I fast forward the lift hill a little bit. This is not the regular speed of the lift hill. I just fast forward it so we could get to the top of the coaster faster. So now that we're at the top, here's the drop. And if you're in the back row, you get some crazy floater. If you're in the front row, you get some pretty good airtime, but not as good as the back. You then go through this oddly shaped element, which kind of bashes you around a little bit, but it's not that bad. Then you go through a 0G roll, which in the back row is very whippy, but in the front it's fun too. And here's this large corkscrew that's also very good. Here's my favorite part of the ride, the Cobra roll. I love Cobra rolls, and this Cobra roll is no exception. It gives great hang time and really whips you through it if you're in the back row. Here you get some pretty good floater airtime, and right here, especially if you're in the back, you get crazy ejector airtime, and it's awesome. Right here, I'd say it's the roughest part of the ride. You get a lot of headbanging on that corkscrew. You then make a turnaround, and then you make a turn right here and hit the brake run to end off the ride. So Hydra is a very unique forest coaster, and that's why I'm giving Hydra a 9 out of 10. And the reason why I'm giving Hydra a 9 out of 10 is because it's not the smoothest ride. If it was completely smooth, like butter smooth, this would be getting a 10 out of 10. But the reason why I'm adding a 9 actually is because of the unique layout. Because if it didn't have like a layout that was so unique, it would probably be getting an 8 or an 8.5. But since the inversions are fun and it's very whippy at some points throughout the ride, that's why I gave Hydra a 9 out of 10. My favorite part of the ride, as I said, is the Cobra Roll, and I like JoJo Roll too. The inversions are fun. The drop gives some pretty good ejector airtime if you're in the back row. And overall, this is just a fun forwards coaster. So yeah, that's going to end off the review. Keep coasting on my Coast 2 Demons. Peace.